Welcome to the Stade de Luxembourg for this Rugby Europe Trophy confrontation between Luxembourg and Croatia. This will be Luxembourg's second game in the Rugby Europe Trophy League, having a humbling loss away to Lithuania in their first game. Croatia themselves, this will be their third game, having had a humbling away loss themselves, but managing to win at home in their second game against Lithuania. The conditions are quite cold here at the Stade de Luxembourg. They're just above zero, about 1 degree Celsius. You can see the steam coming off the players as Fintan Lawler, the Luxembourg number 10, prepares to start the game. Checks until the players are prepared. The Luxembourg fly half. Starts the game with the ball just inside the Croatia 22. The Croatia knock on. An immediate start for Luxembourg. Within the first few seconds of the game, we'll see how the pack matches up in these cold conditions. Both packs scrum down. Ball just at the back, wheels a little bit. The referee gives a penalty to Luxembourg. The Luxembourg scrum half dives in, and it's a try for Luxembourg. Very quick thinking by the Luxembourg scrum half. He had the penalty. The Croatian team had not withdrawn the full 10. They could not intervene, and he dived over into the corner. Luxembourg will be very happy in front of their home crowd here. Now Fintan Lawler, the Luxembourg number 10, will look from the sideline to add another 2 points. So respect for the kicker, the crowd. Go into silence. Fintan Lawler puts the ball up and he just creeps in the near post, and that's another 2 points for Luxembourg, and Luxembourg lead this match as we enter the third minute, 7 points to 0. That's a great start by Luxembourg. Croatia will now restart and they'll look to put this ball deep into the Luxembourg territory.
Luxembourg 7, Croatie 0.
Gather the ball, and it ends in a ruck just outside their own 22. They try to bring it forward with their forward players. Croatia tried to compete at the ruck, slightly heavier pack. And the Luxembourg scrum half digs it out, clears it to the Croatian half. And Croatia fly half dinks the ball down into the Luxembourg 22, into the hands of the Luxembourg fly half, who finds touch just inside the Croatian half. Croatia line out, just inside the Luxembourg half in fact. And the ball comes out. Croatia look to play through hands, but it's lost backwards. Out to the left wing, the centre of Croatia goes down under pressure in the tackle. Croatia tried to play the ball out again, tried to find a way through midfield. Croatia forward, driving his feet forward. It looks as if the ball was lost forward there, but the referee signals indeed the ball was lost forward. And we'll have a second chance now to see how the packs compare in the scrum. The first scrum, remember, resulted in the actual scrum spinning around, Luxembourg gaining the penalty which allowed them to score the first 5 points with their additional 2 for the conversion. But now we are in Luxembourg territory. Scrum half puts it on. Luxembourg number 8 picks it up as he is allowed to do at the base of the scrum. Luxembourg caterpillaring it out a little bit. Pick and go. The referee signalling an infringement, advantage Luxembourg. And Luxembourg kicked the penalty advantage away. So the referee will go back for the advantage of the penalty. Luxembourg opts to kick to touch from their own half to gain territory into the Croatian half, coming from a Luxembourg penalty that results in, it remains Luxembourg possession. Luxembourg win the line out, and they try to play through their backs now. Going out towards the left wing, through the centres, through the fly half hands, out to the wing, and now in the hands of the fullback. Luxembourg content here to play possession so long as they are not too deep inside their own half. It certainly seems a weight advantage to the Croatian team against Luxembourg here. Luxembourg traditionally will try to play a faster ball through hands game, but as we see when they're deep in their own territory, their fly half will kick to touch. They don't want to be playing this game in their own half. And the scrum collapses on the Croatian side. The referee will speak to the packs, seemingly non-content with how Croatia are scrumming down there. So it will be a reset scrum. Luxembourg have possession, their scrum half will put in. Croatia seem to be pushing early there. And the scrum was twisting. Likely a result from that early push. So we have a second reset scrum. is in this time. The pack holds up. And number 9 from Luxembourg wants to get that ball out, and he does, into his centres. Liam Carroll out to his fly half. But we go out to the Luxembourg wing, and he kicks it for territory. Not too many options for Luxembourg there out on the wing. So he played for the territory, gave away the possession. And Luxembourg will look to pressure the Croatian line out here. Just on the edge of the Croatian 22. Movement by the Croatians pays dividends. Possession maintained. Not the greatest pass out, but he does ball carry. He maintains his footing. And the ruck creates outside the Croatian 22. Luxembourg look to fight. He's happy there's no infringement, and the Croatian scrum half kicks it high up to the halfway line, where it's collected by the Luxembourg fly half. Out to his winger, who passes it further out to his fullback, on to his second winger, who is well known for his dancing footwork whenever he has a little bit of space and has a defender on the back foot. And Luxembourg again into midfield, trying to encroach on Croatian territory. Again, Luxembourg happy to play with the foot, kick it out, and Croatia return the compliment by putting foot to ball themselves. Luxembourg just inside their own half, playing the running game. Croatia prevent any progression. And it's turnover ball. Croatia possession, but kicked away. Gathered by the Luxembourg winger, who calls the mark. And the Luxembourg fly half will again kick to touch. Croatia play a quick line out, trying to catch Luxembourg off guard, not allowing the defence to reform. Luxembourg will quickly want to reform this defence on the edge of their own 22. Midfield here, Croatia. Luxembourg look to jackal over to win that possession back, with Croatia hold strong, playing through their forwards in this midfield area, and now out to their backs. Croatian centre. Ruck forming out on the wing. Seemingly in these early stages, defences holding up more or less. But the referee signals a penalty to Croatia. And Croatia will have the opportunity to take the penalty to reduce the deficit to 4 points, or do as they've done and they kick to touch, knowing that they will maintain possession and take the throw at the line out. So, Croatia line out. Well inside the Luxembourg 22. Croatia sensing that there's more than just 3 points from a penalty from this action. And they look to drive through their forward pack, mauling towards the Luxembourg try line. The Luxembourg defence holding up so far. Again, the ball recycled. Good positive tackle by the Luxembourg second row there. And again he goes in with another big hit. And he wins the ball. It was great play by the Luxembourg second row. First of all, he made the challenge a very positive challenge. He knocked the Croatian ball carrier backwards and he got back to his feet once more. Just a minor infringement signaled by the referee. So it's not a penalty. Minor infringement. Results in a scrum to Luxembourg. The ball is put in, but this time there is another infringement by Croatia, and this will result in a penalty, and Luxembourg will have the opportunity to clear their ranks. And that will be disappointing for Croatia. Croatia had the opportunity to take the penalty, which would have put them within 4 points of Luxembourg, but Luxembourg fought back in defence, and now they have the chance to kick for territory and, being a penalty, will have the line out. Still within their own half, Luxembourg here. They'll be a lot happier to be in possession of the ball here than Croatia on the front foot inside their own 22. It's slapped away by Croatia, but they can't get two hands on the ball. So once again, a line out, Luxembourg. Luxembourg will change their line out. They go longer this time. A more risky option, but they saw that the first line out didn't work, so they immediately changed it, and Luxembourg drive forward. Another penalty. Another penalty. Croatian ill discipline, meaning Luxembourg do get off the hook. And this time, Fintan Lawler, the Luxembourg fly half, will look for a deeper kick into touch. And now they'll be much happier, Luxembourg, to be in the Croatian half. They stemmed the flow of the Croatian attack, which looked very dangerous. But they've kept their heads, and now it's Croatia's turn to defend. So, line out Luxembourg, they change it, they go high, they gather possession, it's working well, the Luxembourg line out. And they play it through, and he's through! And he's going through Luxembourg, he passes it out to Liam Carroll, who goes over and he swan dives over the line! Liam Carroll, the Luxembourg centre, who didn't play in Luxembourg's first game in Lithuania, he was injured. So as we enter the 17th minute of this game at the Stade de Luxembourg, Luxembourg now lead by 12 points to 0, with the opportunity of another 2 points from the conversion. So, as is the rule in rugby, the crowd respect the kicker. They give him silence, and Fintan Lawler knocks the ball over. It's a copy-paste of the first conversion for Fintan Lawler, right on the sideline, but on both occasions the player wasn't phased, and Luxembourg lead this game 14-0. The restart from Croatia, gathered by Luxembourg. Forms just on the edge of their own 22. The Luxembourg fly half gives to Gary Owen. high into the Luxembourg sky. Luxembourg competing, seeming to come off their feet a little bit early there. Croatia keep their position. There's a lot of kicking in this game. Maybe testament to how cold we are here in Luxembourg at the moment. Approaching freezing temperatures. And that's exactly why we're having a kicking game. Because this ball is not being easily gathered. A cold, slippery ball, meaning that both teams are happy to kick high into the air. So just on the halfway line. Croatia with possession from the Luxembourg knock-on after that high kick. Both packs scrum down once again. The Croatian scrum half puts the ball down, he picked up by the number 8, who plays it out to the wing. The Luxembourg defence stays tight. And Croatia will look to play inside to their forwards to ball carry. Once again, very central in midfield. Croatia seemingly happy to do one pass rugby and then ball carry into contact. A lot of the ball seems to be going through the Croatian outside centre. Luxembourg just hitting their tackles, but the referees signalling an advantage, which he has now whistled for. So very similar to what happened following the first Luxembourg try. We now see Croatia attacking Luxembourg deep inside the Luxembourg 22. And Croatia will be desperate now to put points on the board. Flying in. Croatia happy to keep it narrow. Their centres and their fullback lined up on the left-hand side. But Croatia still happy to ball carry around fringes of the ruck. The Luxembourg player down on the floor. 2 Luxembourg players on the floor. Luxembourg a man down and Croatia attacking. This looks very dangerous, but the ball is held up. This may give Luxembourg an opportunity to treat their injured player and potentially get a replacement on the pitch. Indeed. Luxembourg substitutes return to the bench. And Tony Drennan seems to be taking his tracksuit off and he's ready to replace an injured player should the call come. Are charging towards the posts. And it's looking very, very dangerous for Luxembourg. If they have a player carrying an injury, it essentially means they're a player down in defence here. Luxembourg battling to keep Croatia out. And they do, they manage to keep them out. But this is going to get tiring. And Croatia will at some point have to try to back their winger and swing it out. Where for a moment there they had an advantage, but this time they are man on man. The Luxembourg fly half tackles the Croatian fullback. The referee getting in the way a little bit there of the defence. Croatia looking for another way forward, and the big number 17 looks to battle it through, but Luxembourg double tackling, and it looks like an interception here by Luxembourg, and the players go to ground, and it looks as if Luxembourg have the possession, but it was knocked on as he intercepted the ball. So Croatia still in the dangerous position of the Luxembourg 22. Will now have another scrum. But from a very dangerous position for Croatia, they did not manage to turn into points. And as we enter the 23rd minute, here at the Stade de Luxembourg, it remains Luxembourg 14, Croatia 0. Luxembourg are assessing their injured players, and it seems quite likely that they may be bringing on a forward quite shortly. Still inside the Luxembourg 22. Croatia with possession and put in at the scrum. And the ball flying head to midfield. The ball going forward. The ball knocked on. The Luxembourg players congratulating each other. They're fully aware that Croatia were on the edge of scoring to reduce the deficit. And the Luxembourg defence that was holding out will now, very centrally on the pitch, still within their own 22, go in for more scrum time. But crucially, Luxembourg have possession. They will have the put in. And the Luxembourg fly half is just stood back off the back of the scrum, waiting for that ball and the inevitable clearance off his foot downfield. Scrum is set and the ball is in, and the number 8 from Luxembourg picks it up, but is immediately picked up by the Croatians. The referee signals a penalty this time. So for the second time in this game, Croatia have been on the front foot. They've sniffed points on the board, and on both occasions they failed to realise those ambitions. And now Luxembourg, as I said, inevitably will look to clear, get outside of their own 22, while at the same time maintaining possession of that ball. It's a very steady performance by Luxembourg. Croatia have pushed them all the way to their own line twice. They've stood strong in defence. But now it's a crucial line out. Luxembourg will want to win this. Croatia will want to gain possession back while they are still inside the Luxembourg half, but they don't. Luxembourg get it out into midfield. Slight handling error, but he recuperated the ball. Luxembourg scrum half this time. Kicks the ball, as has been a pattern of this game. Both sides happy to play the ball off the foot when in midfield and attack once in the opponent's 22. The referee ensuring Luxembourg stay on side at the ruck. Croatia will look not to kick apparently, to play the ball out to the wing. It's a little bit isolated as the Croatian winger there. But they do well to maintain possession. Luxembourg just a little bit over-eager, knowing that on the previous occasions when they've been under pressure themselves, they've been able to immediately apply pressure to Croatia and put points on the board. And this time, that over-eagerness gets the better of them. And Croatia will maintain possession here. They try to play through hands. There's no kicking going on here now. Croatia believe that while the ball is in their possession, they can do damage to this Luxembourg side. Indeed, the Croatian winger tries to dance around. He's still got the ball. He moves into midfield. The Luxembourg defence finally stifle him. The referee is signalling advantage to Croatia now. No advantage attained, so we go back to the original infringement. Croatia for a third time move up into the Luxembourg 22. We're now in the 28th minute of the game. Croatia didn't manage to turn their previous incursions into the Luxembourg 22 into points. They throw long to get very central. They immediately form a maul, which they did on the previous occasion as well. And their big number 17 goes into the Luxembourg, towards the Luxembourg try line. He's defended well by the Luxembourg forwards there. And finally, Croatia do go over the line. Took the referee a few seconds to see if that was held up again, but Croatia, on the third time of asking, do manage to put their first points on the board. So it's now Luxembourg 14, Croatia 5. And with the kick fairly centrally in front of the posts, well, the kick was very central, and maybe the Croatian fly half was a little bit too relaxed, and he fails to add the additional 2 points from the conversion. So the pattern of the game has been that Croatia have had plenty of the ball. They've had plenty territory. Luxembourg have taken advantage whenever they've entered the Croatian 22. Luxembourg have taken advantage of everything that comes their way, it seems. I was about to say Luxembourg have taken advantage of the conversions even from when they were out wide. But once again, is that the third time that Luxembourg entered the Croatian 22? Because it's the third time that they've gone over the whitewash. And they've moved their points steadily up to 19 now. Fintan Lawler, he will prepare again from a near identical position here on the Luxembourg right wing to add another 2 points. Copy-paste, Fintan Lawler Chapeau. Luxembourg, 3 opportunities, 3 scores, 3 conversions. Croatia, 3 opportunities to enter the Luxembourg 22. 1 taken advantage of and not converted. That's the story of this match for the first 30 minutes. But from the restart, Croatia kicked the ball high, and Fintan Lawler, I think we can say he went a little bit from 0 to 0 there by knocking on. But I think we can forgive him that. The Luxembourg inside centre, Liam Carroll, has taken a knock there. And he rejoins the defence, but he's keeping himself out wide. Seemingly not able to contend immediately with this Croatian attack after that knock he's taken. And again, Croatia very close to the line, and they will need to get points, because each time Luxembourg are attacking, it seems they will put points on the board right now. Croatia pushing again, and again it's a pattern of the game. Croatia have been able to push, and this time they go over again. So we move up to 10 points for Croatia. That leaves Luxembourg winning 21 points to 10. Another conversion attempt for Croatia.
Tony Miloš.
In reality, this is actually a very close game. Luxembourg has taken advantage of any opportunity they've had. Maybe just from that restart they did allow Croatia to turn that possession from the knock-on into further points. And this time Croatia don't make a mistake and they push it up to 2 points. They switch their kicker. This time it was their fullback taking the kicker, not their fly half. So as we enter the 34th minute of this game, the score is 21 Luxembourg, 12 to Croatia. Luxembourg launch the ball deep into the Croatian half. Croatia will attempt to return the compliment and play it into touch. But remaining within their own half, with the Luxembourg possession at the line out. Luxembourg go long this time, but it's stolen by Croatia. Croatian possession again, and they kick it out to the right wing. Don't find touch, or do they? The linesman signaling a Croatia line out here. The Luxembourg back three attempted to keep the ball in play, didn't manage to, and by touching the ball allowed the ball to go to touch from a Luxembourg player, resulting in this Croatia line out inside the Luxembourg 22, which is becoming dangerous. Croatia relying on the maul, their physicality, with possession of the ball here, driving towards the Luxembourg whitewash, looking to get over that try line once again. The referee signalling an advantage. And again, it signals another try by Croatia. So now we are Luxembourg 21, Croatia 17. Croatia now turning that possession, that advantage, that power, those mauls, those drives into the Luxembourg 22 into points. At the beginning of this match, Croatia were not managing to do that. Luxembourg took advantage of any opportunity they had, and this is why they lead the game, 21 points to 17. But now Croatia are showing their physicality. The players look more confident. The Croatians are walking back with more assurance. They feel they know how to overcome this Luxembourg defence by sheer weight, by sheer power. And Croatia had 2 more points with the conversion, which leaves us with a 2-point difference between the sides as we enter the 37th minute. Luxembourg 21, Croatia 19.
Substitution Nummer 12 kommt ran, Nummer 23 raus.
Luxembourg fly half. Restarts the game with a high kick. Looks like a knock-on from Croatia there. Luxembourg will be happy for the respite, not to be in their own half. That knock-on is overruled by a penalty decision in favour of Croatia, and Croatia kick the penalty still inside their own half, very close to the halfway line, but vitally maintaining possession for Croatia. They maintain possession again after the line out, and they play through hands, and Croatia look to bring their backs in. It looked a little bit of a forward pass. The referee has not signalled it, but being directly in front of it, it did look forward. But Croatia maintain possession. They play on. Luxembourg look to jackal over. And now Croatia do seem to have more of a spring in their step. There's more to their game. They are not just physical in the maul inside the Luxembourg 22. They do have the handling. They can pass it through the ranks. But as any team can do on a cold night like this in Luxembourg, handling errors will happen. And the knock-on advantage was kicked through by Luxembourg into the Croatian 22. Cleared by Croatia. Luxembourg, with 1 minute remaining on the clock of this first half, just outside the Croatian 22, will have a line out. At this stage, Luxembourg will be quite disappointed. Having raced into a 14-point lead, they may find themselves going in at half-time with only a 2-point advantage. But they have possession. And they win the line out. And they play through the backs, Luxembourg. With the kick through by the Luxembourg centre is charged down. So the Luxembourg fly half picks it up and meanders his way forward until a ruck is formed. And Luxembourg look to be playing well with their feet, but it does go into touch. There still remains a little under 10 seconds on the clock, but we will play this line out. Possession of the line out. Lots of movement in the line out. Referee deems it's infringement by Luxembourg. Just a minor infringement of a knock-on, it seems. And with a Croatian player injured on the ground, the referee calls time off on the clock. As the Croatian medics and the water carriers enter the pitch, we have a small pause before a bigger pause for half-time. So, scrum, Croatia. The scrum sets, the 9 feeds the ball in. Croatia pick the ball up off the back of the scrum. And ball carried through midfield. Luxembourg will simply look to defend as they get through to half-time now. Fictitious battling. 3 or 4 players from each team mauling against each other. But Croatia get the ball out into midfield. The defence is a bit broken. Just inside the Croatian half. Croatia will want to keep possession here. The Luxembourg fullback raced up for interception there, but now the Croatian centre is heavily tackled and loses control of the ball. Croatia maintain the possession. They try to play through hands. They don't want to lose possession at this stage in the first half. Play through hands out towards the left wing. Luxembourg defence holding strong here. They won't want the Croatian attack to enter the 22, but they do. But there are some last-ditch tackles by the Luxembourg defence here. It's very close. Croatia looking to power over the line, pick and go. This should be the nature of what Croatia have been doing during this game. When deep inside the Luxembourg 22. Croatia have an overlap if they want to try. Luxembourg taking a snapshot. It's the Luxembourg number 9 racing up the pitch. He bounces off the defender. But he runs straight into the defender. He didn't quite have the legs to get upfield, but it was a good race. He chanced his arm, but all credit to the Croatian defence. We end the first half here in the Stade de Luxembourg, with Luxembourg having raced out the blocks to a 14-point lead, going in at half-time with 21 points. Croatia, who didn't manage to take advantage of their early possessions, managing to come back and show a little bit more dominance when in the Luxembourg 22. 19 points Croatia. Luxembourg 21, Croatia 19 as we reach half-time here in Luxembourg.
Chris is smashing it. Well played, Chrissy! Okay. Full game mode.
So as we enter this second half in the Stade de Luxembourg in this Rugby Europe trophy match between Luxembourg and Croatia, the halftime score 21-19. Croatia restart the match, clearing the ball to the Luxembourg 22, which is ball carried towards the halfway line. Luxembourg scrum half. He did that nice interception run at the end of the first half, clears it into the Croatian half. Luxembourg look to defend from there. Croatia with possession, just on the edge of their own 22, spreading the ball out to the wing. Luxembourg fullback tackles him, and the Luxembourg defense holding strong for now. Croatia themselves clear the ball deep to the halfway line, collected by the Luxembourg number 9, who gets clattered by 2 Croatian players there. Luxembourg number 9, having gathered that ball, and as soon as his feet were on the deck, he was hit and taken out, and he's feeling the effects of this knock now. Some medical treatment. And just to add salt to the injury, the Luxembourg scrum half knocked the ball on in the tackle, and Croatia will have a put in at the scrum that will result. The referee has indicated time off for this medical intervention. The Luxembourg player back on his feet, apparently fit to carry on. So, scrum time, just inside the Luxembourg half. Croatia put in. Scrum not setting. Remember, the scrum must be set for security reasons prior to the players engaging and pushing, and the ball must enter into the scrum before they can do so. So the scrum sets, they engage. The ball enters and the Luxembourg push the Croatian scrum backwards, but ball remains in possession. It's kicked high by Croatia. It's gathered by their right winger. So Luxembourg defend on the edge of their own 22. Croatia clattered in the tackle. Advantage Croatia indicated by the referee as the outside centre tries to pierce the Luxembourg 22, which is done by the fly half, who's taken it to touch. And now we see 2 players down on the floor, 1 from either side. Further medical treatment here, so a slow start to this second half. The referee had indicated advantage, but we will not proceed until both of these players are either steadily back to their feet or replaced. And on that note, Luxembourg bring in their number 21, Tony Drennan, as replacement for their injured player. Croatia also replace their players. Could be a pattern of the second half. Croatia, penalty, kick into touch. Very, very dangerous position now for Luxembourg to defend.
Hier ist hier die Nummer 8 von Luxemburg, Nummer 21, Tony Drennan.
Croatia line out. The hooker prepares himself. And he flies it out to the middle of that line out. Referee signals all is in good order. Croatia look to maul the ball forward and get it out to their winger. It looked to be a knock on, it did. I wondered if the referee could see that from his position, but he has. There's a little bit of afters, a little bit of argy-bargy. A few players facing up to each other now. Remember, this is a tight game. Luxembourg 21, Croatia 19. There's another player on the floor, this time a Croatian player. It's a very, very broken start to the second half. Cold night here in Luxembourg City. There's a mist across the pitch. We're not quite sub-zero temperatures, but it's close enough to freezing. And we're all set. The pack scrum down. Luxembourg number 9 and number 8 communicating to each other there. And they line down. The ball's not yet in. They can't push. They do push now. But this time it goes against Luxembourg. And this is very, very dangerous. Like I say, a broken start to the second half. But Croatia won't mind about that. They will kick this into touch, knowing that they will throw in again. Their line out has been quite solid during the game. And if the pattern of the game remains true, Croatia will gather the ball, the support players will lock on, and they will try to maul it over the line. And they do, they maul over the Luxembourg line. And the referee signals that the ball is down, and Croatia go into the lead in this game for the first time as we enter the 46th minute of the game. So Croatia players sensing that this game has turned, sensing that they are on the front foot, preparing, their fullback prepares from wide out right to convert for another 2 points. Score remains at the moment 3 points in favour of Croatia. They will look to make it 5. But Luxembourg need to stem this tide of Croatian pressure when it comes to their 22. The crowd goes silent to respect the kicker, and the fullback hits it, and it's just wide of the outside post. So we remain at Luxembourg 21, Croatia now 24. Luxembourg make another substitution in their forwards. Young Eddie Greybrook of Luxembourg exits the field of play as the Luxembourg fullback picks up possession, throws it out wide to the Luxembourg winger now, it would seem. And Luxembourg themselves look to pierce the Croatian 22. They're just on the outside for the moment. Bad handling here allows Croatia possession. And the referee indicates that first Luxembourg and then Croatia knock on. And of course, the Luxembourg knock on taking precedent means it will be Croatia who will put in at the scrum. The nature of this game has been Luxembourg quick out the blocks, 2 scores, 2 great conversions from out wide. Croatia gradually getting more possession but not being able to turn it into points. Gradually creeping back into the game, Luxembourg taking any opportunity to get their way. But Croatia putting pressure all the time, not getting points early in the game, but now they seem to be steadily increasing the pressure on the Luxembourg side.
Edouard Greybrook. Le numéro 20, Gaël Pujadas pour le Luxembourg.
So, Croatia scrum. Pack's engaged, the ball is in. Luxembourg pack pushes the Croatian pack backwards. Croatia kick the ball deep. Luxembourg will look to return with a kick themselves, being chased down. And the kicker picks up the ball. That was a brilliant take by the young Luxembourg player. And Luxembourg look now to go through their own forwards to force Croatia back. Croatia's time to defend now. And centrally in midfield, the Luxembourg players sensing that it's time for them to turn the tide on this solid Croatian unit. Again, Luxembourg, ball through hands. Breaking through a few tackles there. Luxembourg regain possession at the ruck. The Luxembourg scrum half just knocked down. Luxembourg in trying to win the ball at the ruck. Croatia has possession, but they have many players sucked into that situation there. The Luxembourg halves, knowing that was due to be kicked downfield, but there was hardly any territory gained by the Croatian kick. So Luxembourg line out, thrown into the middle. Tony Drennan picked up, but it wasn't gathered cleanly. Croatia gained possession. Luxembourg forced themselves into the Croatian 22, but there was a knock on there, and Luxembourg will rue that passage of play. Having gained possession, they just let it slip at the crucial moment. And more substitutes coming here. Luxembourg replace their number 9 scrum half. So, while Luxembourg will be happy with the territory being on the edge of the Croatian 22, Croatia do have possession, and they put the ball into the scrum. The scrum wheels slightly, but Croatia get the ball out. They play through hands initially, and they do have an overlap here. Luxembourg's defence scramble across, but Croatia find touch just on the halfway line.
Durchsage für Madame Lynn Palchen. Sie sollen sich bitte bei der Port H melden und stehen. Please could Miss Lynn Palchen come to gate H, please. Lynn Palchen.
So, Luxembourg line out from that Croatian clearance, and Luxembourg gather. They play through their backs, through the hands, into midfield, and out wide onto the wing, where there's multiple Croatian defenders. Luxembourg cannot scramble the ball back, and they lose possession inside their own half. Croatia now with the ball in hand, ball carrying into the Luxembourg defence. The ruck is secured. The Luxembourg chase up. A quick blitz defence there by Luxembourg in midfield. No possession gained from it. Croatia maintain the possession here. Again, Luxembourg shooting up and in defence. Croatia managing to progress. They progress once again through their number 13, who has done so much damage this evening for Croatia. And the referee blows up here. It looks to be crossing by the Croatian attack. Luxembourg halves talk to each other now. Scrum half, Adrien Mendes, ball in hand, speaks to Fintan Lawler. Two young lads from CSCE and RCL respectively, who have come through the ranks of rugby in Luxembourg. They'll be looking to combine with their fellow backs in order to reduce this deficit and regain the lead for Luxembourg. Croatia will be looking for more of the same. So, scrum time, engaged. Scrum collapses. Referee wants it resets. So, referee has the scrum reset. Luxembourg scrum half plays it in. It's taken into by the centres by Luxembourg. They'll be looking for an offload here, but he passes it straight into the hands of a Croatian player. But then It's picked up by the Luxembourg forwards, who swings it high out wide, and it's cleared upfield just onto the edge of the Croatian 22. Luxembourg's intent here seems to be territory. They seem to believe that they can win possession back from Croatia in such areas, and they feel that they can be dangerous. This is what happened in the first half. Luxembourg took advantage of the occasions they had. Croatia themselves knew what was working for them after the first few attempts, and they're happy to do this continually. Croatia will be intent on gaining possession here, and it goes short. It's not the cleanest take in the world, but it's cleared out of the 22 by Croatia. The ball, the nicest of bounces. The Luxembourg do regain possession, and they drop the ball. It did go backwards though. The referee indicates that. The ball is very slippy. It's cold conditions, like I say. 0 degrees here in Luxembourg tonight. But Luxembourg looking to hammer towards that Croatian 22. Croatia's defence is strong. Chop tackles coming in on the Luxembourg forwards. Fintan Lawler, Luxembourg fly half, has to go low, gets a little bit isolated, needs support, which he receives. But there is no scrum half roll player there, so the forwards will pick and go. And they'll reset. The referee sees an offside by Croatia there. So Luxembourg have the penalty, and this is where they will want to be. They will want possession in the territory of Croatia. And Luxembourg decide not to take territory, and they will shoot for the posts with the penalty, knowing that a successful kick will take them level with Croatia on 24 points apiece. It's a kick closer to the halfway line than the 22. There is a fog in the air. It is cold conditions. He's been successful from out wide. And he's successful from there as well. So, a very close game here at Stade de Luxembourg tonight. As we enter the 60th minute, we have Luxembourg on 24 points and Croatia on 24 points. A very even battle. And Croatia restart. Luxembourg gather. They take the ball through hand, ball carrying through on the right wing, securing the possession there. Luxembourg look to drive. They look to be well aware of what they want to do. They want to take this. A little bit of ill discipline by Croatia there. A kick away of the ball, penalised by the referee. This will suit Luxembourg. Luxembourg clear. Deeper into Croatia's half. We see some substitutions, which is often the case after 60 minutes.
Number 16,
A front row and a back row forward replaced by Luxembourg. So, after those substitutions, after Luxembourg move into 24-24, Luxembourg take the line out, they gather. It's not the cleanest offload, but they maintain possession. The ruck just inside the Croatian half. Luxembourg driving through with their forwards. Players on their leads, no clean ball. Held up, signified by the referee. It means Croatia will regain possession. Luxembourg exchange players. Seems that one of their players may have been assessed or had some blood to be cleaned up, but he's now back on the pitch. And the Packs scrum down, it's held. Croatia kick into the Luxembourg half, into touch, just between the halfway line and the Luxembourg 22. A little bit of agitation between the Croatian players there. The right winger making sure that Luxembourg couldn't take a quick throw. But Luxembourg now take the throw. They regain possession. They offload to their scrum half. It will go into contact through their forwards. Heavy impacts in cold weather. And a pass back by the Luxembourg number 9 is gathered up. And he's put into touch, and Luxembourg have put themselves into big trouble here. Luxembourg were looking to go forward on a front foot. A little bit overthinking maybe. But the line out will be delayed. Another Croatia player on the floor.
report to gate H, please. Lee Pajan, gate H.
Thankfully, the Croatian player is back to his feet, ready to lift his fellow countrymen. The Croatian hooker looking to take it from the football line instead of the rugby line. And Croatia go into default mode. They maul. But they peel off the back, through the centres towards the Luxembourg try line. Luxembourg scramble defence. There's a slight overload here, but it's not needed. And the Croatian centre goes over the line. So Croatia once more pass into the lead by 7 points. 2 points potentially to add to the scoreboard. Luxembourg gather arm in arm behind the goal line, looking to regain the lead from this position. It's been a tough turnaround for Luxembourg. They jumped out of the blocks. They went 4 points ahead. But Croatia are steadily, like I say, default mode. Once they are in the Luxembourg 22, if they get the chance to maul, they maul, and they usually go over the line. Luxembourg needs some inspiration from their young backs now. We're into the 65th minute. We have 15 minutes left of play. Tiredness will creep in. Substitutes finishing the game will play an impact in this game. It's a one-score difference. And here come some of those replacements from Croatia. So Luxembourg, 7 points behind now in this game. Restart, gathered by Croatia. Luxembourg player on the wrong side, rolls away just in time. And Croatia from the 22 clear it deep into the 22 of Luxembourg. Luxembourg will look to return the compliment. A slight hook on the kick by Fintan Lawler this time. Things seemingly not going to plan anymore for Luxembourg. They have a little under 15 minutes now to find their mojo, to push this game back into their favour. And Luxembourg front row substitution here. And Croatia win their own line out. They'll look to run through the midfield there. Luxembourg defence well set. Tony Drennan just offside there. The referee has signalled it. He's put his hand out. Kai Sweetnam looks to drag the player into touch. And Croatia, they knock on there, but the referee had already signalled that offside. Tony Drennan, the Luxembourg finisher, had crept up. And Croatia into an area where they are perpetually dangerous. Clearing the ball into touch. They will have possession here. I don't see any reason they will not copy-paste what they've been doing throughout this game. They will look to gather possession, they will look to bind on, and they will look to maul. Maybe it's a little bit far from the try line, but that's their default play at the moment. And indeed they do. They bind on, they try to maul, but Luxembourg prevent them. If this doesn't move, Luxembourg will regain possession. But no, Croatia get it out. This time, Luxembourg were cute to the Croatian maul. They knew what they were going to do. And Croatia have to find a different way. Just into the Luxembourg 22. The referee tried to keep on the Luxembourg offside. Luxembourg throwing themselves into positions, looking for an interception. Croatia throwing that ball out. It's sprung from the right wing to the left. There's a Croatian player still down injured from that initial maul. Croatia still with possession following a ruck inside the Luxembourg 22, and this is where they are dangerous. This is where they push with all that strength and that heavier pack. But Luxembourg chop tackling. Croatia edge towards the goalposts here. Is he off his feet, the Luxembourg defender? No, but it's picked up by another Croatian player. Luxembourg trying to keep them behind the line, but this is looking ominous again. This is looking very ominous. The referee is looking to see if the ball is grounded. He's signalled that the ball is held up. The ball did not touch the green. We're into the 70th minute now of this game. Croatia maintain a one-score lead of 31 points to 24, but they stand within touching distance of another try.
Substitution for Croatia.
And it seems finally one too many injuries for the Croatian player, and finally he will be injured and replaced. And Luxembourg will clear their lines as deep as possible and move up with their defence, and Croatia play the ball wide. They will look to spread this ball around, but it's a knock-on, and Luxembourg are off the hook. That's a big play for Luxembourg. Just over 10 minutes of the game left. Possession vital at this stage of the game. Tiredness, finishers will all play a big part in this game in the final 10 minutes.
Report gate H. Lynn Falgen, please report gate H.
So the Croatian knock-on resulting in the scrum. Possession Luxembourg. The scrum half from Luxembourg feeds the ball in. The scrum wheels. The ball is flipped up, but it wheels too much, and the referee is not happy, and Croatian players clapping their hands, happy to have that possession back. Luxembourg players, hands on knees. Much less of a tempo in this second half compared to the first. Croatia have steamrolled their way through the Luxembourg 22 to put themselves into a lead. And now they look to maul once again, to maul that ball forward, to get over that try line. But now they have no option but to spring it wide. The player is isolated. Luxembourg look to win the ball back. Jackling over, but again, the referee will look to speak to the Luxembourg captain here. He's not happy. Luxembourg are absorbing pressure from Croatia, and these mistakes are going to be picked up on by the referee closely. You feel that a score by Croatia at this stage in the game will be vital to the end result. Luxembourg have to be strong in defence. They have to believe they can withstand this. Croatia looking to go over there, short of the whitewash again. Luxembourg defence pulled in around those goalposts. The referee signals that Croatia knock on. The Luxembourg players congratulating each other. Croatia will be disappointed not to have made more of that. It will be a Luxembourg put in now. They still remain in their 22. So, scrum doesn't set correctly. The referee pulls the players back. We try to reset again. Seems to wheel again, and this time the referee pulls it back. Luxembourg will take this. They don't want to break too early. They don't want to get isolated. They pop it up. The ball goes into the hands of a Luxembourg player. Noe Tropiani, I believe. But Luxembourg will want to maintain this possession. They will want their backs to attack a broken Croatian defence. Croatia have not had to defend too much in the last 10 minutes. Will their discipline hold? The advantage is signalled by the referee, an outstretched arm, and it's a penalty advantage. Luxembourg kick the ball away, but they will come back for the penalty. Luxembourg fly half. Fintan Lawler crashes the ball upfield, doesn't make touch. Croatia gather, so possession given away. Fintan Lawler will gather himself. He offloads. Luxembourg spread it out to the left. They will look to break. They play the ball through hand. And the ball comes off a Croatia player into touch. Referee signals time for a replacement here. Medic exits the pitch. Luxembourg line out, short line out, played very short. The ball goes to ground. Luxembourg have the ruck secured. Too much intricate passing by Luxembourg there. The Croatia players, the number 8, throwing his hands out wide, appealing to the touch judge. Luxembourg dip. Oh, and it's brought down by the referee. He must make a decision here. He must make a decision here. It was cute play by the Luxembourg 10. Luxembourg feel that this was their opportunity. They took advantage of it. Croatia closing down play, and the Croatian player will be off the pitch. Croatia will be down. We're into the 77th minute. Croatia, one man off for 10 minutes. He will play no further part in this game. Luxembourg will look for quick points here. And those quick points they expect to come from a try. No thoughts of getting points from the penalty. 3 points are not on Luxembourg's mind at the moment. They need to close down a converted try score first before they can think of penalties. Luxembourg line out. Gathered by Luxembourg. They themselves, they go into Croatia mode. They try to maul. They maul it forward. Croatia steer them towards the sideline. Luxembourg gather the ball more centrally. Luxembourg, a man over, will try to take advantage of this. There is an overlap on the far right if they use it. But Luxembourg seem content. to push forward at closer quarters. Now it goes through hands. It's still picked up. It's not a forward pass. The ball keeps going backwards. But it's not being securely held by the Luxembourg players as they pass it out on the right wing there. There's no infringement. The referee indicates that the Croatian defence must stay offside. Luxembourg sends points on the board. Croatia steadying themselves. Again, Luxembourg pushing. Croatia holding. With less than 2 minutes on the clock of this game. Luxembourg try the pass out. It seems to bounce off a player. There's no forward pass involved there. It's not what they wanted, but they want to gain possession. But now they have an advantage. Now they have the ball out wide. Now they are nearer to the Croatian try line. The referee had indicated an advantage, but Luxembourg regained the possession here. It's ruck after ruck at the moment. Luxembourg look to barge through. They're very close to the try line here. The referee seeing nothing untoward at the moment. Luxembourg continuing towards the centre field. It's still an advantage, Luxembourg. It's passed out very wide, but it's knocked on. It will go back for the advantage, I believe. It was a high tackle. It was an advantage for Luxembourg. They tried to play it. They almost got it. They just couldn't execute at the last moment. We're into the last minute. Luxembourg will not kick for the posts. Croatia will look up at the time on the scoreboard. They will know they just have to defend this. They just have to turn the ball over. It's a 7-point lead for Croatia in the last minute. Croatia need to defend this. Luxembourg need to break through. The best they can hope for is to level points here. They'll want to go over centrally, but they may be given no choice. They push towards the line. This is a grand finale. The ball seems to be held up here. And the referee consults with his touch judge. He's concerned about the offside line here. And Croatia will get to clear their ranks. Luxembourg will have to gather. Now we are very close. We're in last action phase here. Luxembourg will need to maintain possession. Croatia know they just have to win possession once more as Luxembourg go out on the left wing. They grapple the ball back. They can't lose possession here. They have to gain territory. They have to get closer to that line. Croatia solid in defence. They just need one mistake, but Luxembourg kick the ball out wide. It's in the hands. The Luxembourg player goes over the line. He's fairly central and he's down. Luxembourg put 5 more points on the scoreboard. This is the last action that we're going to see here. Luxembourg are 2 points behind. They have the chance to equal the scoreboard. Fintan Lawler will want to have the kicking boots on that he was wearing in the first half. This has been a tremendous game. Luxembourg racing into a 14-point lead. Croatia making some mistakes early on, but steadying themselves and assuredly taking the lead back gradually. And now, as we enter the final stage, it will not be Fintan Lawler taking the kick. but it will be a conversion, and it will be 31 points Luxembourg, 31 points Croatia, and that is where we end the game. A brilliant game tonight in the Stade de Luxembourg. Both sides showing great commitment. Both sides making mistakes at certain stages of the game, but both sides knowing where their points were going to come from and executing when it came to it. Croatia using their maul well when inside the Luxembourg 22. Luxembourg taking advantage of their backs, getting in at the sides. Fintan Lawler converting from the sidelines. And we end this Rugby Europe trophy match between Luxembourg and Croatia. Luxembourg 31, Croatia 31. Tip top, good game guys.